They say history is written by the victors. But what if the story of the 300 Spartans and the tale we all know was never told by the victors, nor by the truth? For centuries, people believed that Leonidas and his men stood against 1,000,000 Persians in a hopeless fight. But deep within the forgotten scrolls of Delphi, there's a prophecy, one that was never meant to be read, a prophecy that says, "When the wolf meets the lion, Greece shall bleed and the gods shall fall silent." Before Thermopylae, Leonidas was warned by the oracle. She spoke in a voice that was not her own, trembling, distant, almost divine. "The gates you guard are not of stone," she said. "They are of time." Leonidas left in silence, but that night, he dreamt of the same words burned into the sand, of time. No one knew what it meant, but some historians now believe that the Battle of Thermopylae was not just against Persia, but against fate itself. 3 days before the battle, a stranger arrived in the Spartan camp. He wore Persian armor, but his eyes burned with Spartan pride. He told Leonidas that Xerxes' army had a weapon, one that could break the will of men. When Leonidas asked what it was, the man whispered, "Not a weapon of iron, but of gods." That night, the stranger vanished. Only his cloak remained, soaked in salt water, though the camp was miles from the sea. Ancient Persian texts mention something called the fire of Ahura. It was said to be a blue flame that could burn without heat, a light stolen from heaven. Some believe Xerxes carried it with him, hidden in his golden chariot. But when the Spartans made their final stand, the flame disappeared. And here's the strangest part. The Persian records after that day never mentioned Thermopylae again, almost as if they were forbidden to speak of what truly happened there. As the arrows darkened the sky, Leonidas was seen standing still, eyes closed, lips moving as if in prayer. But his last words were not to his men. They were to someone else. Witnesses said he whispered, "Now open the gate." And just before he fell, the clouds above Thermopylae split open. A thunder without lightning. A silence that lasted for minutes. Even the Persians stopped moving. Something unnatural had happened. Centuries later, when archaeologists searched the battlefield, they found something strange beneath the rocks. Not bones, not swords, but glass. Melted glass. As if the ground itself had been scorched by immense heat. The soil around it was magnetized. Modern scientists said it resembled the aftermath of an atomic explosion. But how could that be? In 480 BC, legends say Leonidas' shield was taken to Delphi after the battle, sealed inside a hidden chamber. In 1923, explorers claimed they found it. They said it hummed, as if something inside was still alive. Before they could remove it, an earthquake destroyed the chamber entrance. The shield was never recovered. But the expedition notes ended with one final line: "Whoever wakes the lion will end the age of men." History teaches us that 300 men fought and died for freedom, but maybe they died for something greater. Maybe Leonidas didn't fight just to stop Xerxes. Maybe he fought to seal something ancient, something powerful, that the Persians tried to unleash. And if that's true, then Thermopylae wasn't just the battlefield of men. It was the last stand of the gods. The question is, who really won that day?